Hey everyone. Anyways, welcome to a special Saturday night edition of Big Jims Blogcast Live version 8.0. It is Saturday, April 23rd, or Saturday, April 11th, 2026. If you think this is Sunday, you're wrong. It's not Sunday. I'm going to write a comment in here. Hello. Oh, yeah. Anyways, let me give you my, spiel here. Hello, Heidi. Welcome to Big Jims Blogcast Live version 8.0 2026 edition. This is episode 339, Big Jims Blogcast Live. We usually air on Sunday nights on Facebook, with the occasional Friday and the occasional 1 o'clock Wednesdays. Saturdays, I thought I'd do something different for a change, plus, beyond circumstances, beyond my control, Anyways, be happy to be here on a Saturday night. We're in our 8th year. We debuted back in 2019. Big Jims Blogcast Live. We do craft beer reviews. We've done over 250. Tonight's craft beer comes to us from the Cowbell Brewing Company in Blythe, Ontario, Canada. It's Cerveza. It's a Mexican-style lager, along with we pair our craft beer with a spirits wine, spirits whiskey rum. Tonight we're pairing it with Crown Royal. And we're also going to pair it with a good cigar. Tonight I've got a Hoya Montero Habana Cuban right there. And so, hold on here a sec. All right. So anyways, like I said, we do craft beer reviews along with pair it with a good cigar, spirit, rum, whiskey, etc. We talk about we do classic movie. Talk about classic movies, classic TV, classic pro wrestling, classic rock, classic sci-fi, classic albums, legacy albums, local events, bongos, countdowns, birthday shoutouts to our friends. With my sidekick Cactus Jack here. Yeah, there we go. All right. So, a good cigar here. It's a Hoya Montana Habana. Hoya de Montero Habana. Local events, bongos, countdowns, retro, vintage, classic, nostalgia, yesteryear are the buzzwords here. Politics and religion are off band. Let's have some fun tonight. It's a Saturday night. They're off limits. Yeah, they're a no-no. Thanks for watching. Tune in and turn on and enjoy the show. Like us, share, subscribe to us. Big Jims Blogcast Live. We're not spam. Cheers, everyone. And I'll go over this at the beginning of the blogcast. We're not spam. Like us, share, subscribe to us. This blogcast will go out later on these audio listening platforms for listening to your podcast too, plus my own I got Spotify, Apple Podcasts, plus my own YouTube channel, Big Jims Blogcast Live at youtube.com. Want to give a shout out to everybody tonight. If you're consider this a primer show, we tell you where to go. But I want to give a shout out to everybody watching the Port Elgin Sarnia group. Sarnia rocks. Michelle, you guys rock. What's up, Sarnia? All the pop culture, retro, classic, vintage, nostalgia, yesteryear groups. All the Van Halen, hard rock, heavy metal, classic rock groups, all the craft beer, cigars, sci-fi, Star Trek, Star Wars, pro wrestling, blog and vlog groups, classic TV and movies, birthdays, bongos, right on. So all that and more. I got a good cigar here. Hold on here a sec. All right. Yes, it is a Hoya Montero Habana. Oh, wait a minute, I forgot something. All right. Jeez, I knew I forgot something here. While I'm doing this, I got air freshener, so there we go. Okay. So, anyways, So, I'm going to give you my disclaimer. I may say a few bad, dirty words like shit, damn, screw, fuck. Those might slip out. You might want to you might want to go to your safe space. Whoops. There we go. Now we can. I got the fan on out here. Got that. All right. So yeah, you might want to go to your safe space. You might want to go to like. You might want to cover your ears when I say that. So yeah. All right. So, anyways, yeah, if this is your first time here, yeah, we do like craft beer reviews. Craft beer. My craft beer for tonight, like, and I'm trying these beers for the very first time tonight. Crown Royal. You know. So, cheers, everyone. On this Saturday night. So, yeah. Tonight's beer comes to us. It is a cerveza. It's a Mexican-style lager. It comes to us from the Cowbell Brewing Company in Blythe, Ontario, Canada. Now, before I pour these, I'm going to pour this, but I'm going to tell you all about my rating system here. So I do give it a rating out of 1 to 10. Ooh, yeah, look at that pour. All right. So, and I do have one of their glasses here. Yeah, before we get into all that, let me give you the rundown for tonight. We'll do the craft beer review. We got lots of birthday shout-outs coming up. We've got countdowns to local events in and around here. We got a James Tolkan tribute character actor, the classic movie Amityville Horror, one of his movies, a classic canceled TV show Hawaiian Heat, classic tag teams, the fabulous Freebirds, a classic Dallas Cowboy-Greg Briggs, your classic board game, Go For It, our tape deck classics, Van Halen's Diver Down, and also this week in Van Halen history. Right on. So, anyways, yeah, here's a beer. It's cerveza-style lager by the... Oh, and it's Mexican themed, too. Mexican-style lager. Sincero Brewing Company. Must be the Mexican version of Cowbell. So, and I visited Cowbell. But anyways, all right. So, okay. So, anyways... If you're familiar with Big Jim Blogcast Live beer rating system, here we go. My beer rating system, I usually give this, I'm trying this beer for the very first time tonight, so I usually give it a 10 out of 1 rating. So we want it to, 10 outstanding, 9 awesome, 8 excellent, 7 very good, 6 above average, 5 average, 4 below average, 3 not very good, 2 terrible, and 1 awful. So, we want it to land right up to the 10 to the 9 to the 8, 7. Hopefully it will. I do give it, like I said, I do give it a rating from 1 out of 10. So, and it's got to grow on me all through the blogcast here. So, and also, if you ever seen these in your, this is your Ontario Craft Beer Guide. It's called the Growler. This is from 2023, but I got to get caught up. I got to get a 2026 one. This tells you all about, you need to know about all the, this Ontario Craft Beer Guide tells you all about the craft breweries in your neck of the woods in Ontario. It's $3. You can pick it up at like the local liquor store or your friendly neighborhood craft brewery. This one happened to be Volume 6, Issue 1. So, yeah. All right. And it's chock full of information there. So, here we go. And if you're expecting, like, if you're expecting, like, an Uptown beer, like an Uptown, review here, with I just, what do we got here? A condensed, all right, Heidi, there we go. Comment mode, yeah. All right, well, I don't go, this beer is very exquisite tasting, highbrow, happening tasting beer. No, I don't do that. I go with my gut. I go with what's in here. So, all right. So if we're ready now, if we're ready now, I'm going to give this beer all right, so if anybody can share, well, I tagged Cowbell, so they're probably watching this. So, and I have one of their glasses too. So, and I did visit them a couple of years ago. Nice, great brewery in Blythe. So here we go. All right. Yeah, fuck. All right, that deal goes down smoothly. That's like a All right. So, okay. And what do they say? Mexican style. Sincero Cerveza is a refreshing, light-bodied Mexican-style lager with a splash of lime, brewed with two row pale malt, flaked maize, Saz, and Wakatu hops, lime zest, a Mexican lager used for a crisp lager drinking experience. So, yeah, you can taste the lime in here, and maize, M-A-I-Z-E, which is a Mexican word for corn, I do believe. So yeah, so right off the hop, we've got a very good tasting beer here, with a little bit of a lime aftertaste to it. Like I said, it's got to grow on me all through the blogcast. I do give it a rating from 1 out of 10 at the end of the blogcast. So if you're still here and sticking around, you might want to, if you want to throw out a number between 1 and 10, see if it matches up with mine. Feel free to do so, because like I said, we're all about the interactions here. So anyways, I will place this back here. You can see I brought it back up. All right. So yeah, welcome everybody to a special Saturday night edition of Big Jim Blogcast Live version 8.0, episode 339. It's Saturday, April 11th, 2026. Like I said, we got a good cigar going on here from Cuba. We've got like our craft beer here, our Crown Royal. We are going to get into some birthday shout-outs soon. Yeah, and so I know we're usually on Sundays, but yeah, I decided to do something different tonight. Break up the routine, break it up. So yeah. Anyways, if I can share this some more, let's see. All right. So, anyways, whoops, no. There we go. Oh, wait. Oh, all right. Group. There we go. Okay. All right. Let's see. All right. There we go. All right. Share it to a few more. All right. So anyways, we're going to get to some birthday shout-outs here. And, all right. So if you're named on here, our birthday shout-outs run from this past week to tomorrow, April 6th to the 12th. All right. We got Mr. My sidekick, Cactus Jack here. All right. Here we go. From April 6th to April 12th, Randy Fearling, Gene Norland, Eric Morrow, April Garrett Bernard, Chris Waters, Jacqueline Wizall, Gord Lamont, Patty Smilin, Roberta Wagner, Kira Court, Brian Reed, and saving the best for last, Heidi Rosero Brown. Happy birthday, everybody. From Big Jim Blogcast Live. I hope you enjoy your birthday. Happy birthday to you. All right. Okay. All right. Randy Fearling, Gene Norland, Eric Morrow, April Garnett Barnard, Chris Waters, Jacqueline Wizzle, Gord Lamont, Patty Smuland, Roberta Wagner, Kira Court, Brian Reed, and Heidi Rosa Brown. So there she is right there. Happy birthday, Heidi. So, yeah. All right. Dude, and we've got Cactus Jack who says everything I repeat. Yeah. Big Jim Blogcast Live. All right. So, bam. All right. Ooh, yeah. Bongo solo. All right. Yes, I do. Yeah, there we go. All right. Okay. And also, if you... All right. If you want to call me up on the hotline tonight, and 1-800-867-5309, it is toll free to call. It's like you can call me on your rotary phone or your cell. How's that beer working out, Jim? We love the blogcast. So 1-800-867-5309. You do not even need your parents' permission. It's toll free to call. So all right, okay, and also. Okay, I'm going to remind everyone tonight that Big Jim Blogcast Live is not spam. The audio version will go out later on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, and all these audio listening platforms release your podcast to you, plus my own YouTube channel, Big Jim Blogcast Live at youtube.com. And I want to give shouts out for you watching the Port Elgin group, Sarnia Rock, supporting Sarnia 2.0, all the pop culture, retro classic, vintage nostalgia, yesteryear groups, all the Van Halen hard rock, Herald classic rock groups, all the craft beer, cigars, sci-fi, Star Trek, Star Wars, pro wrestling, blog and vlog groups, classic TV and movies, birthdays, bongos. Yeah, so, all right, bam. All right. This is Big Jim Blogcast Live version 8.0, episode 339, Saturday, April 11, 2026. Special Saturday night edition. All right, so, and yeah, so we will get to some countdowns here. All right, so anyways, as you can see, we've got Father's Day is 71 days away. Mother's Day, 36 days away. Summer is 74 days away. Victoria Day long weekend is 37 days away. Canada Day is 81 days away. All right, so, okay. All right. And yeah, so anyways, and yeah, this is Big Jim Blogcast Live, and we're coming at you live on a Saturday night. Ooh, squeaky. All right, so anyways, our craft beer for tonight. Before we get to local events, our craft beer for tonight accompanied by a good cigar and a Habana Cuban, and accompanying that is Crown Royal. Tonight we've got it's Cerveza. It's a Mexican style lager. It's by the it's by the Cowbell Brewing Company in Blythe, Ontario, Canada. Very good. Okay, right off the hop, I'm going to give it a little top up. You can, top it up there. You can taste the lime in it. Look at the texture of that. You can taste the lime in it. There's the corn. Flaked maize, 2-row pale malt. Yeah, looks like, yeah, so whether it's spring, summer, fall, or winter beer, I'm going to let you guys know all through the blogcast. But I do get, like I said, I do give it a rating out of 10 later on in the blogcast. If you're still here, sticking around, feel free to throw out a number, like so many other people have done in the past. We're all about audience participation here at the blogcast. So I'll just place this back here. All right. So, okay. We're also all about local events here. So, so, all right. There we are. Ooh. Got some of that on me. I'm going to smell good by the end of the night there. But anyways, yeah. We've done our birthday shout-outs, countdowns. We're all about local events here in and around Sarnia, Ontario, Canada. And some of the things that you should be okay. We've got the Sarnia Kinsman Rib Fest, June 19th to June 21, 2026. Wait a minute, June 9th. Yeah, that's a Friday, June 19th to June 21st, 2026. 430 Front Street, Sarnia, admission $5. It's in Centennial Park. They're craft beer, bands, ribs. The concert lineup for Ribfest Friday night, Retrospect, Feelers, Johnny 5. Saturday, the Rock Show, Undercover, Wayward Saints. Sunday, Atomic Heart, the Maritones, and Celtic Hillbillies. All right. Sarnia Poutine Feast, Thursday, May 28th, 2026 to May 31st in Centennial Park, Sarnia. Going to be a good time there. If you're into poutine, this is for you. Like, I mean, I think maybe 4 or 5 different poutine vendors are going to be there. So, yeah, Centennial Park, Sarnia. So it's going to be a good time. Sarnia Pop Culture Show, Sunday, April 19th, 2026, 10 a.m. at the Point Edward Memorial Arena, 210 Monk Street. The guys from Future Pastimes put this on. There's going to be comics, cosplay, games, toys, maybe even a celebrity guest or two there. You never know, because the last time I went to the Pop Culture Show, they had like the Brooklyn Brawler, Steve Lombardi there. He's a friend of the Blogcast. The Pinery Market opening, Sunday, May 3rd, 9 a.m. to 4 p.m., 10163 Lakeshore Road in Grand Bend. Over 250 vendors, live music, $2 admission fee. You've got the 2026 Dog Festival, Dogs on Country, Saturday, June 20th, 10 a.m., 2437 Michigan Line, Sarnia Avenue, Sarnia, Ontario, hosted by Sarnia District Humane Society. Lantern Film and Food Festival, Thursday, May 28th, 24 King Street, Forest, Ontario, Canada. Going to be like lots of films there, food, art, music. Cruise in the Park, 2026, Sunday, June 28th, 8 a.m. till 2 p.m. Canatera Park, 1200 Lake Chippewa Drive in Sarnia, hosted by Sarnia Street Machines. If you're into classic cars, should be a good one right there. Punk Rock Picnic, Saturday, June 20th, 2026, 3 p.m. till 9 p.m. at the Canatera Bandshell in Canatera Park, 1200 Chippewa Drive. Tickets at Revelry.com. The bands are going to be TBA to be announced. All right, roller skating. Who hasn't gone roller skating at all? Sunday, April 19th, 2026, 1400 Wellington Street, Sarnia Clearwater Arena, 7 p.m. to 9 p.m. There's going to be a live DJ there. Admission adults $7, under 16 $5. Brad Fisher puts it on. Great guy. I've done it. I went a couple of years ago. Quickly I had to adjust and pay attention to what I was doing. You know, ladies only bike night, ice cream and ride at Ice Cream Galore, 105 St. Clair Street, Point Edward. Show up with your ladies, show up with your motorcycle, and be prepared to ride. So there we go. And it's any woman with who loves to ride motorcycles can show up, and you're going for a ride. So there we go. That's our local events there. All right. So. Yeah. All right. Welcome to Big Jim Blogcast Live, version 8.0, episode 339. Saturday night edition, Saturday night special, Saturday, April 11th, 2026. We got a lot going on here. We got our craft beer going on. We got we've got my craft beer tonight, accompanied by a Hoya Montero Habana cigar. And accompanied our craft beer tonight is a Crown Royal. Oh, we've also got the Big Jim Blogcast Live coffee mug, and what's in that? A harmonica. All right. So our craft beer for tonight, it comes to us from, it is Cerveza. It is by the Cowbell Brewing Company in Blythe, Ontario, Canada. Look at the texture on that. I got one of their glasses there. So I'm trying this beer for the very first time tonight. And, oh, wow. Well, that sucks. All right. And I got one of their glasses here, and yeah, I'm trying it for the very first time. So, yeah, very right off the hop. It's like a good beer. You can taste there is the lime aftertaste to it. Goes down very smoothly. Whether it's a spring, summer, or fall beer, I'll let you know all through the blogcast. Give it a little top up there. I did bring backup with me. Cowbell Brewing Company in Blythe, great craft brewery up there. If you ever get a chance to go into Cowbell, do it. They produced some winning beers in the past. So, yeah. And like I said, I do give this a rating out of 10 later on in the blogcast. You're still here, sticking around. Want to throw out a number between 1 and 10? See how it matches up with mine? Feel free to do so. Welcome to Saturday night with Big Jim Blogcast Live. Hopefully, with all the local events I threw at you after the blogcast, you're going out and partying. There we go. So, all right. I also got the big Jim Blogcast Live. There we go. All right, the bullhorn. So, all right. So, yeah. All right, and before we get going, all right. Oh, excuse me. If you have any questions, answers, you want to call me up on the Big Jim Blogcast Live hotline, 1-800-867-5309. Toll free to call on your rotary or your cell. How's that beer going down? We love the blogcast. It's toll free to call. Don't need your parents' permission. 1-800-867-5309. There we go. All right. And also, Big Jim Blogcast Live is not spam. The audio version will go out later on Spotify, Apple Podcast, and all these audio listening platforms. Reach your podcast to plus my own YouTube channel, Big Jim Blogcast Live at YouTube.com. I want to give shouts out for you watching tonight in the Port Elgin Sarnia group. Sarnia rocks. Michelle, you guys rock. All the pop culture, retro, classic, vintage, nostalgia, yesteryear groups. All the Van Halen, classic rock, Amarillo hard rock groups. Craft beer, cigars, sci-fi, Star Trek, Star Wars, pro wrestling, blog and vlog groups, classic TV and movies, birthdays, bongos, Rubik's. All right. So we get to our legendary character actor. He is... All right, so we've got James Tolkan. Now, if you recognize him, all right, there he is. There's a picture of him. Here's another picture of him. That's from the movie Top Gun. And there he is again with Michael J. Fox as Marty McFly in Back to the Future. Mr. Tolkan passed away on Thursday. What was it? Thursday, March 26th, in Saranac Lake, New York, age 94. He had quite a career. He was so here, there we go. Two of his best movies, but he was born June 20th, 1931, in Calumet, Michigan. Early life, he graduates from Amphitheater High School in Tucson, Arizona in 1949. He also played on their football team. Joins the U.S. Navy during the Korean War. Legendary film and TV career like Stiletto. His films include Stiletto, Serpico, Love and Death, Abduction, Independence, Amityville Horror, which I'm watching right now, which I got on right now. Wolfen, Prince of the City, War Games, Nightmares, The River, Turk 182, Back to the Future 1, 2, and 3, Top Gun, Armed and Dangerous, Master of the Universe, True Blood, Family Business, Dick Tracy, Underworld, and guests also legendary TV appearances. Also, there's another picture of him, and Naked City, NYPD, Hill Street Blues, Remington Steele, Miami Vice, the Equalizer, Sunset Beat, Fresh Prince of Bel-Air, Tales from the Crypt, The Wonder Years, Nowhere Man, Cobra, Nero Wolf, Legend. He's also lent his voice to the video game, to the Top Gun video games, Hornet's Nest and Iron Will as Commander Hondo. Mostly, basically, his best roles were in like Top Gun as Tom Stinger Jordan, and Back to the Future as Principal Gerald Strickland. So yeah, this is him, and I got a couple of pictures here for him in Top Gun, and him as Principal Strickland admonishing Marty McFly in Back to the Future. So yeah, legendary character actor. I posted more of his like biography and and his career highlights on my Blogcast page and my Facebook page. Look for him. Yeah, and yeah, quite a decorated career. Here's to you, Mr. Tolkan. All right. So, yeah. All right. So, yeah, like I did, I posted more of his career highlights and his best of on my Blogcast page, my Facebook pages there. So, boom. Little bongo solo there for everyone. Yeah, so. All right. This is Big Jim Blogcast Live, version 8.0, episode 339. It is a Saturday, April 11th, 2026. Saturday night special. So, We've got a good craft beer going on. Along with that, with a Hoya de Montera Cuban right there from Riverfront Cigars. We've got like with our craft beer, we have like Crown Royal Vanilla, or no, Crown Royal. Can you believe there's a Crown Royal Maple? Well, my dad told me that, and I couldn't believe it. So next time I'm in the liquor store, I'll look for it. So, all right, and we have like our craft beer for tonight. It is Cerveza. It's a Mexican-style lager from our friends at like Cowbell Brewing Company. I've got their glass. Look at the texture there. Ooh, wow. Hey, oh. Got a full one. We're going to chop that up. Anyways, forgive me. I'll just open the second one here. All right. So, but yeah, like I said, I'm trying this beer for the very first time tonight. All right. Yeah, it isn't that bad. It reminds me of Corona. It does. It's got that smooth, like a little bit of lime hint in there. They've already added the lime. Isn't that convenient of them? Fuck, you don't have to go out and get a lime. But still, yeah, going smooth, easy drinking, going down. No unpleasant aftertaste to it. There's a little bit of you can taste the malt in there, the little bit of the corn, the little bit like of the lime. So I'll just put this back here for now. Like I said, I do give this a rating out of 10 later on the Blogcast. If you're still here sticking around, want to throw out a number between 1 and 10, see if it matches up with mine, feel free to do so. So, all right. Okay. All right. This is Big Jim Blogcast Live, version 8.0, episode 339. Let's see where else I can share this to. All right. So, anyways, all right. So yeah. Okay. There we go. There we are. So, anyways, yeah. Post that. There we go. Yeah. So, we're doing something different tonight. It's a different night. So it's just, anyways, we've got like, as you know, life happens. So we got like lots of fun stuff tonight. Our movie for tonight, dug this out. We've got like the Amityville Horror. the original, released July 27th, 1979. It was made on a budget of 4.7 million. It made good box office, 87 million. We got like two of the cast members here. The cast: James Brolin is George Lutz, Margot Kidder is Kathleen Lutz, Rod Steiger as Father Francis Delaney, Don Stroud as Father Bowen, Murray Hamilton as Father Ryan, Casey Martell as Craig Lutz, and Mino Palouse as Matt Lutz. Now the plot premise of the movie, like I said, I got it on right now, and it's like really scary for 1979. It was based on the true story and the book of the same name, the Amityville Horror. A little bit of history, like this is pertinent to the movie. November 13th, 1974, Ronald DeFeo Jr. murders his entire family with a rifle in the home of 112 Ocean Avenue in Amityville, New York. Now, 1 year later, George and Kathy Lutz arrive, move in with their three children, Greg, Matt, and Amy. They get Father Delaney to bless the property after they learn of like the of its history. The couple discover through a series of events that the house is possessed. inherited by demons, voices that tell the family to leave the property. There's a room full of flies. Daughter Amy has an imaginary friend. Blood oozing from the walls. Every member of the family has nightmares. George and Kathy read about the DeFeo murders and and a satanic cult that once owned the land. The Lutzes abandon their home and drive away. The ending reads: the Lutzes never recovered their personal belongings to the house. They just upped and left. So, and today they live in another state. So, as further reading I did on both George and Kathy Lutz passed away years ago. Yeah, like with the Amityville Horror, I've got the special features here. It's the back here. Their dream home becomes a hellish nightmare as walls begin to drip blood and satanic forces threaten to destroy them. Now the Lutz must try to escape or forfeit their lives and their souls. So, James Brolin, this dude right here who played George Lutz, after reading the novel, he got so into the novel. All right, so let me. Come on, man. There we go. I'm just gonna read some of my notifications here. All right. So, anyways, yeah. After reading the novel, he was hesitant to take on the role. Like, he got so into the novel that, he was reading it one night in his house and a door slammed. He's like, "Whoa! Holy shit! What was that?" But Margot Kidder, so was Margot Kidder hesitant to take on the role too. As you know, Margot Kidder, Lois Lane's Superman. Superman would come out a year earlier and make Margot Kidder a huge star, so she took on the role there. I did post the trailer for the Amityville Horror and several scenes from the movie on my blogcast page and my Facebook page. Further research into this, Wikipedia told me that the house was actually demolished and rebuilt, and it does look. You gotta look at that house. It's kind of creepy, really, if you think about it. Who wants to move into a place where a year earlier an entire family was murdered by their deranged son by shotgun? So I know I would not want to do that. So so we've got it's Amityville Horror. All right. So okay. All right. The house is creepy to begin with, and like I said, I did some further research reading into the backstory, the house was demolished, another house was rebuilt. George and Kathy Lutz moved to another state. They passed away. People dismiss this as a hoax, but anyways, I did post several scenes from the movie and the trailer on the movie on my blogcast page and my Facebook page. So take a good long look at that. That is a creepy house to begin with. Like, holy shit. So, yeah. All right. So, I'm watching it. My wife, like, tried to watch it. She got scared. She's in the bedroom. Don't blame her. So, yeah, for like 1979, it's a real scary movie. And of course, when you have a successful horror movie such as the Amityville Horror, you get sequels. Amityville 2, Amityville 3, Amityville 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I'm not kidding you. Google it, look it up. There's so many. Like there was a remake of Amityville Horror a couple of years ago, starring that Canadian guy. Michelle, how are you tonight, Michelle? Michelle, we're rocking on a Saturday night, eh? So yeah, Michelle, I'm just talking about like the Amityville Horror, the original. I got the original on right now. So, all right. So, anyways, yeah, glad to see you out, Michelle. Yeah. So, like I said, like Amityville Horror did spawn a lot of like sequels. And so, if you're interested, and actually, it's on Tubi. I have like I said, I have the disc, and so I didn't need to watch it. I Googled it. It's on Tubi, and it's on it should be on Netflix as well. So, anyways, yeah. And like I said, I did post the trailer and for the movie and several scenes from the movie. The fly scene, that's a scary scene too. And like when they tell them to get out now. But so, yeah. All right. So, whoa, that squeak! There's a squeak in the background there. All right. So, yeah, this is Big Jim Blogcast Live, version 8.0, episode 339. It was super scary at the time. Yeah, 339, Saturday, April 11th, 2026. And so, yeah, boom. All right. All right. So, I've got my, we've got a good craft beer going on tonight. It's accompanied by like a Hoya Monteros Habana cigar. And accompanying our craft beer is our Crown Royal. So, and tonight our craft beer is Cerveza. It comes to us from like Cowbell Brewing Company in Blythe, Ontario, Canada. I'm just going to give a little top up here. I am trying this beer for the very first time tonight. All right. And yeah, so far so good. You don't need, with most Mexican beers, you have to add a lime, but you don't because the lime taste is included in this beer, and it's like turning out to be a pretty good beer. Like, I mean, I do give it a rating out of 10 later on in the blogcast. So, like I said, you're still here. Stick out a number between 1 and 10. But yeah, whether it's a spring, summer, fall beer, back deck, patio, sporting event, living room, front, I'll let you know about that. Yeah, and so I'll just place this back here for now. All right, so, okay. All right. I just got it on right now. The chick, one of the sisters is locked in the closet, can't get out. She's terrified, and so, So, yeah, as we move on. But anyways, before we do that, I want to remind everybody that Big Jim Blogcast Live is not spam. The audio version will go out later on Spotify, Apple Podcast, and all these audio listening platforms. Release your podcast to, plus my own YouTube channel, Big Jim Blogcast Live at YouTube.com. I want to give shouts out to you watching in the Port Elgin Sarnia groups. Michelle, Sarnia rocks. You guys rock. 40 Sarnia 2.0, all the pop culture, retro, classic, vintage, nostalgia, yesteryear groups, all the Van Halen, hard rock, heavy metal, classic rock groups, the craft beer, cigars, sci-fi, Star Trek, Star Wars, pro wrestling, blog and vlog groups, classic TV and movies, birthdays, bongos, right on. So as we move to our classic TV canceled TV series here, we've got Hawaiian Heat. Now, this is a really cool show. I remember this show because it was in the 1984-85 season on ABC. Now, it was lasted for one season, 10 episodes. Mac Riley and Andy Sawinski are Chicago cops who are tired of Midwestern winters and quit their jobs on the spur of the moment, become detectives in Honolulu, Hawaii. Like, who doesn't want to do that? Like, I mean, fuck. Here's most of that. There's the cast there. Robert McGinty plays Mac Riley. Jeff McCracken plays Andy Sawinski. Tracy Scoggins plays Irene Gorley. Branscombe Richard plays Harper. Mako Vaiva Matsu is Mayor Taro Oshira. This Hawaiian Heat has some pretty impressive guest stars on it. Shelley Winters, Donna Dixon, Cindy Morgan, James Sloyan, Pat Corley, Charles Rocket. Unfortunately, ABC aired Hawaiian Heat. ABC aired Hawaiian Heat from September 14th, 1984 to December 21st, 1984 for, like I said, one season, 10 episodes. But unfortunately, ABC put it in the Friday night time, 9 p.m. to 10 p.m. time slot here. So they had really serious competition here because you had NBC. There we go. CBS. It was up against CBS's Dallas, which was in their fourth season, and coming off the Who Shot JR or the fake Bobby Dream season, and NBC had Hunter, put Hunter and also Miami Vice in that time slot. So yeah, NBC you're up against what you think is a hit show, but NBC, it was up against Miami Vice at the time, and then V over on NBC, and also Hunter. And then of course CBS had Dallas, the complete fourth season there. And so, and unfortunately after that, Hawaiian Heat ceased to exist. It was canceled. Most ABC Friday night time slot between 8 and 11 p.m. are the graveyard for old show, where when networks want to get rid of a show but they don't want to cancel it outright, they send it to Friday night because that's the kiss of death for most long-running TV shows. It happened with the A-Team. It happened with other classic TV shows, and you're sent there probably to die. So there we go. And I posted scenes from Hawaiian Heat and the trailer on my blogcast page and my Facebook page. There's the cast right there, the main cast of Hawaiian Heat. Robert McGinty as Mac Riley, Jeff McCracken as Andy Sawinski, and Tracy Scoggins as Irene Gorley. And so, all right. And so, yeah. Okay. So. All right. And here we are on a Saturday night. if you're going out later on, hey, right, more power to you. Right on. This is Big Jim Blogcast Live, version 8.0, episode 339, Saturday, April 11th, 2026. Boom, bam. All right. All right. So, and also, before we get to our classic tag team, if you want to call up the Blogcast, 1-800-867-5309. It's toll free to call. Use your rotary phone or your cell. How's that beer working out? How's the Blogcast doing? It's toll free to call. 1-800-867-5309. Yeah, you don't need your parents' permission. So, all right. Yeah. Big Jim Blogcast Live, version 8.0, episode 339. So, yeah. All right. All right. More likes there, right on. So, all right. So, okay. We're rocking. It's a great night here. Whoop. Okay. All right, we get to our... Okay, so anyways. All right, as we get to our classic tag team. Ooh. All right. We get to our classic tag team tonight. We have the fabulous Freebirds. All right, so there. Gave that a good spray. As we get to our classic tag team of the fabulous Freebirds, the original members, Michael Hayes, kneeling, Buddy Roberts, Terry Gordy, they debuted in 1979. They were active until 1994. Mid-South Wrestling boss Bill Watts paired up Michael P.S. Hayes and Terry Bam Bam Gordy, then added Buddy Roberts. They invented the concept. This tag team invented the concept, which is now called the Freebird rule, that is any three workers, wrestlers, can defend the team's championship. And so they had their most, oh man, they are, yeah. So major feuds, like they feuded with Jerry Lawler, Bill Dundee, Mr. Wrestling 1 and 2, Ted DiBiase. They feuded with this guy, Ole Anderson. The Von Erichs, actually. They had major feuds with the Von Erichs. Ken, Chris, Mike in World Class Championship Wrestling. They also feuded with the Road Warriors in the NWA. And yeah, so they had a brief run in the WWE in 1984, but then pissed off Andre the Giant. They made this guy mad when they were late for a show, and he didn't like that. He saw they were partying on the road, and he pulled them aside and said, "You're done here. You're going by. We don't need your kind here." And so they came back to the AWA. They feuded with General Skandor Akbar, incorporated in 1987. Terry Gordy and Buddy Roberts went back to World Class Championship Wrestling, continued feuding with the Von Erichs. Michael Hayes came back in 1988. Buddy Roberts was winding down his career. Gorgeous Jimmy Garvin became a Freebird. The Freebirds with Michael Hayes, Buddy Roberts, and Terry Gordy and Garvin's last run was in Global Wrestling Federation in 1994. Then they broke up. Terry Gordy dies of a heart attack July 16, 2001 at age 40. Buddy Roberts dies November 29, 2012 at age 67, pneumonia. Michael Hayes, he cut his hair. He's the one kneeling here. He currently is working for the WWE as an agent and producer. Now, Jimmy Garvin retired from wrestling and is now an airline pilot an airline pilot. So, the title history, NWA National Tag Team Championships. Wait a minute. Yes, they were the NWA National Tag Team Championship, three-time NWA Tag Team Champions, WCW U.S. title. Michael Hayes held the U.S. title. They were at the six-man Tag Team Championship in WCW with Michael Hayes, Jimmy Garvin, Bad Street, as they call themselves, World Class Championship Wrestling. They won the six-man Tag Team Championships 6 times. So this is your classic tag team for tonight, the fabulous Freebirds. And I did post a couple of the Freebirds matches and their promos on my blogcast page, my Facebook page. They're major feuds. We're with the Von Erichs there. You see Kerry, Chris, and Kevin, and the Road Warriors right there. Animal and Hawk, the Legion of Doom, and so, and like I said, I did post more of their I did post a few of their promos and a few of their matches and the Bad Street video on my blogcast page. Bad Street, Atlanta, GA. Okay. All right. So, yeah, that was the fabulous Freebirds. Welcome to Big Jim Blogcast Live, version 8.0, episode 339, Sunday, April 11th, 2026. Special Saturday night edition. We got a lot going on. We got our craft beer review. Boom. All right. All right. So anyways, with our craft beer, I got a good cigar going on with it, like a Cuba Hoya de Montero Habana from Riverfront Cigars. So, there we go. Accompanying the beer tonight is Crown Royal. All right. And we've got our craft beer, and it comes to us all the way from Cowbell Brewing Company in Blythe, Ontario, Canada. It is called Cerveza. It's a Mexican themed. There we go. And so, all right. And like I said, I'm trying this beer for the very first time tonight. It does have lime in it. It does have a little bit of corn in it. All right. Yeah, fuck. We got all right, I got to top this up here. And so, yeah, like I said, I'm trying it for the very first time tonight, and I'm going to go out on a limb here. I'm going to say this is a good spring and summer beer. Good back deck beer. It kind of reminds me of Corona and a little bit of Dos Equis beer. So, yeah. And what kind of food would this be good with? I am thinking tacos. Tacos, yes, tacos. Like I said, it is called, like I said, they got it on the Cerveza, Mexican-style lager, Cancero Brewing Company. That is Mexican for Cowbell Brewing Company in Blythe, Ontario, Canada. If you've ever been to Cowbell Brewing Company, it's a great little craft brewery there they have. So I'm gonna I do, like I said, I'm gonna give this a rating out of 10 later on in the blogcast. If you're still here, sticking around, want to throw out a number, throw it up, see if it matches up with mine, feel free to do so. All right, we'll just place this back here. Okay. All right. All right. So, anyways, yeah, as we get to our classic, we've got this Big Jim Blogcast Live on a special Saturday night, version 8.0, episode 339, Saturday, April 11, 2026. We get to our classic Cowboy. I've been watching, if you've got All right. So if you got Netflix, and I've been watching the Cowboys there, the Gambler, America's team, the Gambler and his Cowboys. So this guy is Jerry Jones right here. He's the current owner of the Dallas Cowboys. This was Bum Bright, the former owner of the Cowboys. You got a chance, check out that documentary on Netflix because it goes over the history. These three are the only three coaches that ever won Super Bowls for the Dallas Cowboys. We've got Tom Landry, who won the 1971 and 77 Super Bowl. We've got Jimmy Johnson, who won them the 1992 and 93 Super Bowl, and Barry Switzer 1995 Super Bowl. So, but we've got Greg Briggs, a classic cowboy here. All right. So, yeah, there we go. There we go. All right. So, so we got Greg Briggs. He, number 43. Now, he was born October 19th, 1968 in Meadville, Mississippi. 6'3", weighed 214 pounds. His high school, Franklin High School, played basketball. When he went to college, he accepted a basketball scholarship at Copia Lincoln, a community college, then tries out for the football team. 1989 starts at free safety. 1990 accepts a basketball scholarship at Arkansas Community College, but the football coaching staff urged him to change to football. So he did. In the 1992 NFL draft, he was selected by the Dallas Cowboys. He starts at safety. Then linebacker, suffers a right hip injury. Well, the Cowboys go on to win the Super Bowl 1992. So I guess he was under Jimmy Johnson and Barry Switzer. Coached by Jimmy Johnson and Barry Switzer. He was waived October 24th. 1993, December 15th, he was signed by the Cleveland Browns practice squad. He was waived July 21st, 1994. 1995, he plays for the Frankfurt Galaxy team at the World League of American Football. July 20th, 1995, he signs with the Hamilton Tiger Cats of CFL. He was released, though. 1995, he re-signs with the Dallas Cowboys, plays 11 games, registering 9 tackles, wins the 1995 Super Bowl, but the Cowboys release him soon after the season. June 6, 1996, signs with the Chicago Bears to play linebacker and special teams. They waive him. April 1997, he signs with the Minnesota Vikings as a linebacker, but unfortunately was cut October 24th, 1998, and he retires from football. So that is your classic Dallas Cowboy, Greg Briggs. Under the coaching guidance of Jimmy Johnson and Barry Switzer. And I did post more of his career highlights on my blogcast page and my Facebook page. So, all right. There we go. Just spraying it down a little bit. All right. And this is Big Jim Blogcast Live version 8.0. Episode 339, Saturday, April 11th, 2026. As we get to our our classic board game. Before we do that, boom, 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 boom. A little bit of bongo there, and if you want to call me up on the hotline, 1-800-867-5309. It is toll free to call. Call me up on your rotary phone or your cell. How's that craft beer going down, Jim? And we love that. We love the blogcast. Toll free to call. Don't need your parents' permission. 1-800-867-5309. So, all right. And, okay. It's a special Saturday night, and if you're planning on going out later on, go out. Sarnia has got some good downtown bars there. Yeah. So, anyways, as I got my classic board game here. It is called Go For It. So, all right. So, anyways, let me check this out first. All right. So, let me check this out. What do we got here? All right. All right. It's the game where you can have it all. Now, this was created in 1986. The object description, you compete to collect status cards in 4 different categories: house, home, wheels, feeling card, and going places. It takes 2 to 6 players. Players take turns moving around the timepiece board, which requires which represents a whole calendar year. Ages 8 to adults can play this. Labor Day Labor Day, when you land on the Labor Day thing, it's an annual payday. Players have opportunities to buy and sell status cards. By following the board, they must have at least 3 different value status cards in each of the 4 categories to win. It was designed by Charles Phillips. The company was Parker Brothers. Let's open her up and take a look here. So, oh, wait a minute. Yeah, you got your cash. All right. You got all the cash you need. All right. You've got you got the roll of the dice here. You've got all these cards, news, all these status cards. And what else? Oh yeah, you got your little tokens here. You can move around, all that, and the game where you can have it all. And we've got publishing. These are the status cards. So, all right. And okay, well, let's see the. Well, anyways, I'm not gonna. Well, maybe I should. All right. So, but you get the idea. There we are. I'm gonna drag out the board here. All right. So. All right. I dropped something there. Anyways. Okay. All right. Well, I'm not gonna drop out the board there, but. You've got a pretty good game. I played it. Go for it. Object equipment, setup. There we go. It status cards, directions. Okay. All right. So, anyways, yeah, the game where you can have it all. Go for it. And like I said, I posted more of this game's backstory and history. There's on the back there. There is the board game right there. And so, all right. There it is, big close-up of it. So, yeah. I'll just put this back here. All right. That is your classic board game. Go for it. So, and like I said, I did find an old commercial. And I posted it on my Blogcast page, my Facebook page. All right. So, this is Big Jim Blogcast Live, version 8.0, episode 239, Saturday, April 11th, 2026. We are having fun on this Saturday night. We'll get to our tape deck classic soon. I've got a good craft beer going on here. Boom. All right, so, and yeah, our craft beer accompanied by a good cigar. It's a Habana Hoya Montera by got that from Riverfront Cigars. Accompanying our craft beer tonight is a Crown Royal. Which is a good combo in itself. All right. So, our craft beer tonight, it is called Cerveza. It's a Mexican style lager. It is by the Cowbell Brewing Company in Blythe, Ontario, Canada. I give this a little top up. Now, if you've ever visited the Cowbell Brewing Company in Blythe, It's a really, really good place to go. They've produced some winning beers in the past. I'm trying this beer for the very first time tonight. Mm. 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 Yeah, very good beer. It grows on me. It's been growing on me all through the blogcast. It's like you got like great beer here. Most Mexican beers you got to put a lime in it, but they've included the lime in taste only, not the physical lime. I'm gonna go. This is a good spring, summer, and fall beer. Mm. Mm. All right, and yeah, like I mean, this would go good. This would go good on the back deck patio. This would be a good beach beer. This would good. Larry, I see you just joined us. Larry, how are you? Larry, our craft beer for tonight. It is. We've got like Cerveza. It's a Mexican lager. It's by the Blythe Brewing Company. Or no, it's by the Cowbell Brewing Company in Blythe, Ontario, Canada. And so far, we've got a winner here. We've got like a really good beer here. It's a good spring, summer, and fall beer. Good. You can really taste the lime in there, and yeah. So it. And there's a little bit of a corn. They've got their Mexican version of corn in here, and well, what else? Two-row pale malt, flaked maize, Wakatu hops, really. So, and it's like I said. Well, thank you, Larry. All right, yeah. So yeah, like I said, this is a good spring, summer, and fall beer. Foods, I'd pair this with tacos. I would pair this. Actually, I'd pair this with like this good steak, pork chops. You know. So, and like I said, I do give this a rating out of 10 later on. So if you want to like throw out a number, feel between 1 and 10, feel free to do so. See if it matches up with mine. I'll just give this a little top up, another taste. And yeah, so, all right. So, like, I'll just put this back here for now. All right. So, yeah. All right. So, yeah, before we get to our tape deck classics, I'm going to remind everybody that Big Jim Blogcast Live is not spam. The audio version will go out later on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, and all these audio listing platforms. Listen to your podcast too, plus my own YouTube channel, Big Jim Blogcast Live at youtube.com. I want to give shout out to the watching in the Port Elgin Sarnia groups. Michelle, Sarnia rocks. You guys rock. Sarnia, supporting Sarnia 2.0, all the pop culture, retro, classic, vintage, nostalgia, yesteryear groups, all the Van Halen, hard rock, heavy metal, classic rock groups, craft beer, cigars, Star Wars, Star Trek, pro wrestling, blogspot, classic TV and movies, birthdays, bongos, right on. Well, we also have like the Big Jim Blogcast Live coffee mug with the harmonica inside. All right, so we get to our tape deck classics here. We've got. All right, so we've got Van Halen's Diver Down. All right, Diver Down by Van Halen. There we go. There's the actual tape in there. Okay, so well, we put that right there. Okay, so. And anyways, yeah, this would be released April 19th, 1982. So, Van Halen's Diver Down. Anybody who I collected tapes in the 80s. I have a boatload of them here. This was our internet. You could do that. This would tell you, this is the version of the band here, right there, that the Diver Down era. This was actually our internet at the time. So, It folds up back up, so all rights reserved. Da, 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 da. Cartridge nut must be left to direct sunlight, removed from player when not in use. Okay, so, all right. So if you take the time, there it is. This is Van Halen. It was released April 19th, 1982. The fifth studio album by the original Van Halen. It was recorded at Amigo Studios in North Hollywood and Sunset Sound in Hollywood. And also, fun fact here, after this recording experience, Edward Van Halen would go on to build 5150, his own personal home studio. It was produced by Don Landy, their longtime producer, Ted Templeman. Yeah, it was produced by Ted Templeman, their longtime producer, and second engineer, Don Landy. Now, the band at the time was like Eddie Van Halen on guitar, Alex Van Halen on drums, David Lee Roth on vocals, Michael Anthony on bass. Side one, we've got like the songs here. Where Have All the Good Times? Actually, half of this record was cover tunes. So yeah, and I think this was basically like a rushed product. Warner Brothers at the time told Van Halen, "We've got to keep you guys in the public eye. We need another album, like quick, like right like that." And they rushed out Diver Down. Where Have All the Good Times Gone? That's a cover version by Kinks. Originals: Hang 'Em High, Cathedral Secrets, Intruder, Oh Pretty Woman by Roy Orbison. Side 2, Dancing in the Streets by Martha Reeves and the Vandellas. Yeah, we did, Larry. Little Guitars intro, Little Guitars. Big Bad Bill. It's a cover tune written by Martin Auger. All right, so. The Full Bug, Happy Trails, written by Roy Rogers and Dale Evans. Like I said, Warner Brothers wanted Van Halen immediately, didn't want them out of the public spotlight, and this was it. So, but a little bit of trivia here. Eddie and Alex Van Halen aren't the only Van Halens that appear on here. Big Bad Bill is Sweet William Now. The clarinet is played by their father, Jan Van Halen, or Jan Van Halen. The Van Halens are Dutch. So anyways, yes. So old school here. This features them. Look at that, the picture there. And then the inseam right there with the original band. And then we've got like produced by Ted Templeman, engineered by Don Landy. Van Halen is David Lee Roth, Edward Van Halen, Michael Anthony, Alex Van Halen, John Van Halen, clarinet, blah, blah, blah. They give the address where to write the band in here. Merchandising, okay, Premier, blah, blah, blah. You can write to Van Halen, care of Premier Talent, Warner Brothers Records, Hollywood, North Hollywood, California. So, fuck, you can just go on and Google like all this shit nowadays. So, yeah. But special like, Diver Down, our tape deck classic. And I did post an interview from Eddie Van Halen and the band, Diver Down era. And I did post like the Pretty Woman video from Diver Down. Pretty like weird video there. Excuse me. So, but on a side note their second engineer, the cassette deck classic Van Halen's Diver Down, which was released April 19th, 1982. Right after, and Eddie Van Halen did get married to Valerie Bertinelli before that. So, now, side note here, the engineer that engineered like Diver Down, Don Landy, he was a second assistant to Ted Templeman. He was a key member of the band. I don't have a picture of him, but he was basically the sixth member of the band after Ted Templeman. Him and Ted Templeman were a team. Don Landy, he worked with like the Doobie Brothers, Van Halen. He helped Edward Van Halen build 5150 Studios. he passed away in April of 2026 at the age of 79. So here's to you, Don Landy. Cheers. And so, yeah. So this is your tape deck classic, Van Halen's Diver Down. So, all right. And I did post more interviews with Edward Van Halen and the band, and "Oh Pretty Woman," and a few other songs from Diver Down that Van Halen plays in concert. They did the only video they made was for Pretty Woman, so they didn't make any other videos other than the concert videos. So yeah, our tape deck classic for today. Van Halen's Diver Down. So, and like I said, as kids back in the 80s, we all collected these tapes. This was before CDs, before MP3 players. What came before it was records, 8 tracks, and then tape deck cassettes here. So this is your tape deck cassette. Your tape deck classic for today, Diver Down by Van Halen. So yeah. So there we go. All right. Boom. That was like a lot to take in there. So. That we did, Larry. I agree on that. Our tape deck classic Diver Down. All right. So, okay. This is Big Jim Blogcast Live, version 8.0, episode 339, Saturday, April 11th, 2026. And yeah, special Saturday night here. All right, so, whoops. Huh. All right. We got everything going on here. We got my craft beer for tonight. Boom. I'm with you there, buddy. I'm with you there. So, our craft beer for tonight, accompanied by a good cigar. It's a Hoya Montero Habana Cuban. We've got our Crown Royal. Fuck, I've still got that movie on, Amityville Horror. And they're just they're in the basement right now. The father, one of the priests is there with them. They're trying to get to the base. He's taking the father is taking apart one of the basement walls with a hacksaw with a hammer, trying to discover the secrets. Oh my God. Uh-oh. The look on Margot Kidder's face is not good. They're all their faces. They're just discovering, oh my God, what's going on here? And so, but anyways, yeah, the craft beer for tonight. Get out of the house. Oh, fuck. Should have paid more attention to this movie. Fuck, it's an infinite portal to hell right there. But yeah, our craft beer for tonight, it is called Cerveza. It is a Mexican-style lager. It's by the Cowbell Brewing Company in Blythe, Ontario, Canada. I'm trying this beer for the very first time tonight, and I got to tell you, we got a winner here. This is a good spring, summer, and fall beer. This is a good back deck patio beer. Good with sporting events. You can take it to the beach. We've got this is a good this beer. I honestly, God, would go with there we are. There's texture of it. Yeah. This beer would go good with like tacos, um, steak, pork chops, beef. You can pair it up with anything. Mm. Well, I mean, I don't specifically like, so anyways. All right. So, yeah. Mm. Mm. Like I said, I'm going to give it a rating shortly from 1 out of 10. So if you want to throw out a number, feel free to do so, like so many people have done. Just give it a little top up. Like I said, good spring, summer, and fall beer. Good back deck patio beer. Good like a sporting event beer. Good beach beer. Goes good with like steak, pork chops, tacos. Yeah. So I'll just put this back here for now. All right. Bam. All right. So as we get to my most favorite time in the blogcast. All right. So. All right. So anyway, we've got my most favorite time in the blogcast. It's this week in Van Halen history. All right. So anyways, this week in Van Halen history runs from April 6th to April 12th. April 6th, 1979, Van Halen played the Center for the Performing Arts in San Jose, California. April 6th, 1977, Sammy Hagar opens for Angel at the Agora Theater in Cleveland, Ohio. April 7th, 1995, Edward Van Halen is cited and detained by airport police for 30 minutes after they find a handgun in his luggage by a scanner. April 7th, 1995, Sammy Hagar plays the Cumberland County Civic Center in Portland, Maine. April 8th, 1978, Van Halen opens for Journey at Mercury Street University in Murray, Kentucky. April 8th, 2016, David Lee Roth releases a new episode of The Ross Show, Pigeon Wars. April 9th, 1993, Van Halen plays the Globe Arena in Stockholm, Sweden. April 10th, 1991, David Lee Roth plays Wieser ans Halle in Oldenburg, Germany. April 10th, 1986, Van Halen plays the Civic Center in Lakeland, Florida. April 10th, 1982, Sammy Hagar plays the Fox Theater in Detroit, Michigan. April 11th, 1981, Edward Van Halen and Valerie Bertinelli get married at the St. Paul Apostle Church in West Wind, California. April 11th, 1993, Van Halen plays the Forum in Copenhagen, Denmark. April 12th, 1979, Van Halen plays the Arena in Seattle, Washington. And that is all for this week in Van Halen history. Right on. Okay. Oh, yeah. So, anyways, boom. Bam. Okay. All right. So, before we rate the beer, if you want to call me up on the hotline, I'm going to rate the beer after this. It's 1-800-867-5309. It's toll free to call on your rotary or your cell. 1-800-867-5309. Toll free to call. You don't need your parents' permission. What rating are you going to give the beer, Jim? Anyways, we love the blogcast, so there we go. 1-800-867-5309. So there we go. All right. So, okay. So, anyways, let's see. Oh, yeah. There we go. That's the appropriate number for it. All right. So we've got like our good cigar here. From Riverfront Cigars, we've got like our Crown Royal. And we got our like Big Jims Blogcast Live coffee mug with the harmonica inside. There we go. And yes, it is time for me to rate this beer. So This is a damn good beer. I've already come up with a number for it. Let me tell you, Cerveza Mexican Style Lager by the Cowbell Brewing Company in Blythe, Ontario, Canada. Look at the texture of that. Goes down smoothly. The lime, a little bit of lime in there, corn tasting. But this, but this beer is a very good beer. You can pair it. It's a good back deck beer, good spring, summer, and fall beer. Back deck, patio, beach beer, sporting event beer. It would go good with like tacos, nachos, steak, beef, pork chops, and even salads. So yeah. So I've debated long and hard on this. If anybody wants to throw out a number, feel free to do so. I'm going to check out well, actually, what do we got here? So, all right. So, anyways, I'm going to give it 9 out of 10. All right, 9 out of 10 for Cerveza. It gets a 9 out of 10. Fuck, it's a good beer. Definitely a great beer. And where do we land? Where does this land on it? All right. So, it's awesome. Complex, interesting, makes you want more right away. High seller potential. And it gets a smiley face, too. So, right on. Great job, guys. Cowbell Brewing Company, awesome beer. So, I would buy it again. So, all right. So, anyway, yeah. All right. So, yeah. So, all right. So, yeah. All right. So, yeah, this is Big Jim Blogcast Live, version 8.0, episode 339. Saturday night, April 11th, 2026. Just gave a 9 out of 10 to, Cerveza Mexican Lager by the Cowbell Brewing Company in Blythe, Ontario, Canada. Great beer, guys. Great beer. Goes down as a classic in the annals of Big Jim Blogcast Live craft brewery review history. Right on. So, anyways, and also, if you guys want a T-shirt like mine, if you want like a plain white T-shirt with the logo on it, or the baseball jersey, or a classic design, or any design you want, you can inbox me on my regular page, or my Facebook, or my Blogcast page. They are $35, shipping and handling included. And it takes 4 to 6 weeks for delivery. Money order or e-transfer will be good. So, yeah. So, take a chance. I know a few people have bought these and are really great. Really happy with their T-shirts. Yeah, right on. So, my motivational quote for tonight. If the wind will not serve, take to the oars. If the wind will not serve, take to the oars. And that's by Unknown. Really. Yeah. Boom. Bam. All right, we're having fun. This blogcast is if you're primed to go out tonight, have fun. Don't drive. Don't drink and drive. So yeah. All right, just spraying down the apartment. I didn't want it to smell like a ashtray there. So yeah. All right. So basically, yeah, it's a special Saturday night edition of Big Jim Blogcast Live. We're still going to be here Sundays. So, but yeah, thanks for tuning in and watching. All right. So that's me. All right. For Big Jim Blogcast Live, version 8.0, episode 339. Saturday, April 11th, 2026. I'm Jim. We gave a 9 out of 10 to Cerveza Mexican Lager to the Cowbell Brewing Company in Blythe, Ontario, Canada. Our happy birthday shout-outs this past weekend, this weekend, Randy Fearling, Gene Moreland, Eric Morrow, April Bernard, Chris Waters, Jacqueline Rizal, Gordon Lamont, Patty Spielin, Roberta Wagner, Kira Court, Brian Reed, and Heidi Rosso Brown. We did our James Tolkan tribute, our Amityville horror movie, our classic TV show, Hawaiian Heat, our classic tag teams, the Fabulous Freebirds, our classic Cowboy-Greg Briggs, our classic board game Go For It, our Tape Deck Classics Van Halen's Diver Down this week in Van Halen history, our motivational quote, "If the wind will not serve, take to the oars unknown." I want to remind everybody that Big Jim Blogcast Live is not spam. The audio version will be later on Spotify, Apple Podcast, and all these audio listening platforms. There's a podcast. You can find on the YouTube channel, Big Jim Blogcast Live at YouTube.com. Your shouts out to be watching Port Elgin Sarnia groups. Michelle, you guys rock. Van Halen, hard rock, heavy classic rock groups, all the pop culture, retro classic vintage nostalgia, yesteryear groups, craft beer, cigars, sci-fi, Star Trek, Star Wars, pro wrestling, blogs, classic TV, minis, birthdays, bongos. So yeah, if you're going out, so have fun. If you're going out tonight, have fun. Don't drink and drive. That's a no-no. That's bad. And you will see me. Later on this month. Lots of stuff going on. So if you're going out, if you're in the Sarnia area, go downtown. Go down to like the Ups and Downs, AJ's Bar and Grill, the Riverfront, or Refined Fool, and have fun. Play safe, and you'll see me soon. So cheers, everyone. All right. That's it for me. I'm clocking out of here. So anyways, take care, everybody. For Big Jim Blogcast Live, I'm Jim. It's Big Jim Blogcast Live 8.0, episode 239, Saturday night special. So cheers, everyone, and be good. And so, all right. So yeah. So that's it for me. Cheers, everyone, and stay safe. Have fun tonight. Saturday night's all right for fun. So goodbye, everybody.